speaker. All right. So without further ado, we will start the meeting. I would like to pass to our president, Zhi Jun. Zhi Jun, take the floor and wow us with your opening speech.
All right. Let me share my little bit slide. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to University Malaya Toastmaster Club 382nd meeting. Today, I'm Zhi Jun and I'm the presiding officer for today. The theme for today is legendary and legacy. From past till now, there have been individuals and movements that stand out as legendary. Do you have someone in your mind? Like some politician or scientists or even though idols, the K-pop idols, J-pop idols, C-pop idols.
Link.
Or what you think about is this thing, the Sims 4, the cartoon.
Sims 4. It has been around since I was a kid.
Yeah, I never watched it, but I don't know why I found it when I was searching for what is the theme means. Nevertheless, the individuals are the stories that bring us tell us about the achievement that set the bar higher for all who follow and the icons whose impact transcends time. Being legendary is not just about the fame and success. It's about making a lasting difference, influencing our lives, and also leaving an indelible mark on the world. But what is a legend without a legacy? A legacy is an inheritance of something handed down by a predecessor. This is a definition. In here, the legacy means a accumulation of a hard work, dedication, and a commitment to excellence from the past people that pass down now, which shapes the future. So today, we honor those who achieve greatness in their own right. Their contribution has created a legacy that will continue to flourish and inspire. As we reflect on their journey, we are reminded of their power of vision, perseverance, and the impact one person or organization that can on the world. Besides celebrating their legendary status, we are also reminded of our own potential to create positive change. Let us take inspiration from those legendary people's example to strive on our excellence and work towards building a future that honors the legacy of those who came before us. For today's meeting, I would like to acknowledge some external role players who support our meeting. First is our General Evaluator, Distinguished Toastmaster Radzi Yusof. For information, Distinguished Toastmaster Radzi is our past Division Director on year 2021-2022. Hope I not say wrong. And also, two Toastmaster members from Health University Toastmaster Club, which is Toastmaster Nelson John, Presentation Mastery Level 1, and Toastmaster James Kang. Thank you for coming and helping us. And with that, I would like to pass the stage to our Toastmaster of the evening, Presentation Mastery Level 3, Toastmaster Joshua Lim.
Thank you, Zhi Jun. Am I audible?
Yes?
Yep.
All right, great. So, hi everyone. Welcome to our 382nd club meeting. How are you guys feeling tonight? Are you guys feeling young or are you guys feeling old already? Because starting next week, I will be starting work and I don't think I'll feel young anymore. Bad jokes aside, tonight's theme, legendary and legacy. When I think about the word legendary, perhaps I will think about Jackie Chan because he does his own stunts and the way how he does the Kung Fu is, wow, mind-blowing, legendary. I don't think I can keep up with it. And even legendary than Jackie Chan is Bruce Lee. His speed is like that of a bullet. You can't even see how fast his hand moves. But to me, do you know who is more legendary? A leader. A leader is legendary. Why? Because leaders, they have a vision. They have a vision of where they want, for example, a club to head towards. They are able to share their visions and dreams to others. Let me ask everyone here, how many of you has been a leader, whether in Toastmasters or outside of Toastmasters? Raise your hands or put a 1 in the chat. Okay, we see Zhi Jun, we see Ming, Kang, Samuel. That's it, 3. How about Elven? Elven, you're already a vice president also. So yeah, you're considered a leader. How about William? Are you? Oh yeah, William is also a leader. So everyone here is a leader. And that means all of us are legendary. But the question is, when we are the leaders, do we learn how to be an effective one? So let me ask this question to the floor again. When we are the leader, what are the characteristics that we should have? You may type it in the chat box. Kindness, okay. A leader should be kind. He should have empathy towards his teammates. Responsibility, yes, he should be responsible of the task at hand, how to delegate it. Humble, yes, if you have, as a leader, you have to have constant learning. Decisive, yes, if you're not decisive, how would you set which way to go? You may even make your own teammates confused and they won't trust this leader. Diligent, strong, passion, wise. All of these are a trait that a leader should have, and all of your answers are correct. Now, how do we link legendary with legacy? Someone who is so strong, of course, will come a time where he too will not be as what he is back when he was at his prime. He may need to find a successor to continue on with his knowledge or tradition. So in Toastmasters, we have this mentor-mentee relationship connection, where the mentor will guide their mentee on how they can navigate their way through Toastmasters by sharing their experiences. But nowadays, as you notice, technology is rapidly evolving. So even the mentee can teach their mentors on how to use advanced software to make their presentation even better. So that is how legendary and legacy connect through communication. But tonight, I'd like to share one legendary person, which I believe most of us here in Toastmasters have seen him at least once or twice, or maybe our whole life as a Toastmaster. Can anyone tell me who this person is?
Rob Smedley.
Yes, that's right. Ralph C. Smedley, our founder. He had this to say on leadership. People are more willing to follow a leader who knows where he is going, from the April 2019 magazine issue. What makes him a legend is founding Toastmasters. Also his greatest legacy in 1924, Santa Ana, California. And what is Toastmasters? It is a worldwide non-profit educational organization. And what does the members do in Toastmasters? They prepare and deliver speeches, respond to impromptu questions, give and also receive constructive feedback. And right now, where are we at? A network of over 270,000 members in more than 14,200 clubs across 148 countries. So we as UM Toastmasters Club, or maybe you are from other clubs like AIA Toastmasters Club, Help Toastmasters Club, all of these Toastmasters Clubs are the legacy that was passed down from Ralph C. Smedley. And these are the 4 core values: respect, integrity, service, and excellence that we practice in our speeches and how we conduct meetings. Just a brief history of UM Toastmasters Club. We also we have split it into 2 founders. The first is Distinguished Toastmasters Vincent Hall from MySA Toastmasters Club. He helped in promoting ICSA professional course in tertiary institutes like colleges and universities, and also to promote Toastmasters between 2001 to 2003. It is approximately 4 years in the making through 2 terms of Vice Chancellors. The second one that I'd like to acknowledge is Professor Maro Haini and Dr. Stephanie Pillai from the Citra Center, where they encourage students to improve speaking skills, and they even invite Mid Valley Toastmasters Club and MISA Toastmasters Club to come and conduct a demo meeting. Finally, Toastmasters Club was chartered on the 18th of April 2007 at Faculty of Language and Linguistics. So that is the history. Now I would like to explain about tonight's flow of the meeting. We will start off with table topics, where members and guests present an impromptu speech, followed by a table topics evaluation. After that, we shall have a break, and we'll come back with prepared speeches, where members present their prepared speeches with specific objectives. Lastly, we will have the evaluation, where members will receive constructive feedback on their speeches. Oh, and don't forget about the award ceremony. So stay tuned to the end. I'd like to invite the role players for tonight to introduce their role. First, I'd like to invite our grammarian, Rizmi, who is also our newest member. Rizmi, would you like to share with us the word of today for tonight's meeting? Is there...
Rizmi is coming in a while. I can explain a little bit.
Sure.
Rizmi's role is grammarian. He is my mentee. I explain on behalf of him. His role is to 3 things: introduce and record word of the day usage, record and listen to good language usage, and finally, record and report on the language improvement for each speaker. Today's meaning, the word of the day is aesthetic. Aesthetic. I will share the meaning and the example sentence of the word of the day in the group chat. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Ming, for sharing with us the word of the day, aesthetic, and also the role of the grammarian. Next, I would like to invite Koon, Presentation Mastery Level 1, to introduce his role as the R counter. Koon, over to you.
Okay. Hi, as an R counter, I will take note all the words and sounds which use as a crush or post filler. For example, the words la that using by the speakers during their speech. I'll take note and record in a report, and after that, we'll report it after the meeting. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Koon. Up next is our, since this month is the Olympics and they're using the Omega watch, I shall call our Omega, which is also the timer, to present his role. Over to you, Nelson.
All right, thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day. Hi, everyone. My name is Nelson John, and I will become your timer for today's meeting. So, what is the timer in Toastmaster do? So, the timer do, as a timer, I will timing from starting from table topics, prepare speech session, and until the evaluation session. I think that's all for me. Thank you. Back to you, TME.
Thank you, Nelson, for introducing your role as the timer. Last but not least, our general evaluator, which is Distinguished Toastmasters Radzi Yusof. Radzi, would you like to share 1 or 2 sentences about your role as the general evaluator?
Sorry for interrupting. Radzi will join late
Oh, okay.
due to technical issues, so Peter can introduce.
Okay. Well, maybe I can give a short introduction on the general evaluator. So basically what the general evaluator does he will oversee the entire meeting from head to toe, from the agenda, how smooth is the flow of the meeting, how each evaluator presents their evaluation to the speaker, and last but not least, provide feedback on how we can improve in future meetings. With that, we are all clear with what these role players will be doing throughout this meeting to keep it a good and exciting one, and it'll make us very ecstatic tonight. Let us move on with our very first session. which is Table Topics, conducted by our Table Topics Master, Meng. Meng, over to you.
Hi everyone, thank you so much, Toastmaster Joshua, for the kind introduction. My name is Ming, and I'll be your table topic master for today. So what is this role all about? It's essentially the one who provides the topics of impromptu speeches. So to get everyone started, as in the interest of everyone in this room, I would like to give some guidelines in terms of how this session is going to be organized. So what is going to happen is that we will call out volunteers. Everyone is here and may join and have fun by taking part in this table topic session. And you will be given a topic which is labeled from 1 to 10. So I have prepared 10 topics, whereby topic 1 to 7 is quite general, which is applicable to the theme of the day, which is leadership and legacy. Interesting. As for top titles 8 to 10, that will be the interesting one because I will normally reserve it for those veterans in the group, Toastmaster veterans in particular. So how long this table topic speech will be? That will be 1 to 2 minutes. So it will be like this. Timer, could you help us out by showing the lights? Hello? Is a timer here?
Yes, can.
I can. As for Zoom Master,
minutes.
could you spotlight the timer because I need him to. Okay. So in the first minute, the green light will be on. At the 1 minute and 30-second mark, the yellow light will be shown, amber light will be shown, and at the 2-minute mark, the red light will be shown until to the end of the speech. By the way, if your speech is made beyond 2 minutes and 30 seconds, a timer will do the flashy lights. That will be like this. Yeah. Can everyone see the screen of the timer? Could everyone see that?
Yeah, we can see.
Yeah.
Good. So now now the table topic session is officially commenced. So who will be the first volunteer for today?
May I try first?
Sure. So from 1 to 10, which one would you like to choose?
Number 1.
Number 1. Okay. Toastmaster Nelson. From 0 to hero. From 0 to hero. Toastmaster Nelson, the stage is yours.
All right, thank you so much, Table Topic Master. Hi, everyone. Before I start my speech, did everyone ever start from 0 to 1 in your club's journey or in your school or in your presidency journey? Please type in the chat box. From C. All right. What do you mean by? All right. Yes. 1. Yes. All right. Without further ado, let me start my speech now. So, what is start from 0 to hero? For example, in our Toastmaster journey, right? If we start from 0, right? We start from joining as a guest, like for a month or for a year. Then finally, about a year later, you become a Toast. You know what is Toastmaster meeting about, and what is a Toastmaster journey about? Starting from you start joining, officially become a member of Toastmaster. So as you can see in Toastmaster, we learn something like, for example, so we learn how you prepare your speech and how you can manage your public speaking skills and your leadership skills. And moving on to the club and society, starting from your 0 and to hero. For example, you 0, first of all, you become a member. Then suddenly you become an assistant of director. Then you become a director of membership and etc. Then suddenly in the future you become a president of your clubs. Same in your school. For example, in secondary school, I think everyone in year ever become a student council, right? Starting from zero, become a member. Then after that, you become a vice president. Then you become president of your student council. But how you manage starting from zero to hero? We need to learn something from the basic first. For example, you learn what is a zero. Starting from zero, you mean you learn from a leadership. Then after this, you go up to become a good leader, like a president, vice president, or a director of membership. That's it. All right. So to sum up for this, everyone need to have a good hero from a good leadership starting from zero to hero. Thank you. Back to you, table topic master Meng.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nelson, for sharing his experience from zero to hero. So everyone here, especially those who are who are members of this club, be it Toastmaster of this club or other Toastmasters club, vice versa. So long as we put effort into it, we will have an opportunity to grow from zero to hero, be it speeches or club officer roles. That is all the same across the board, including the student council Toastmaster Nelson was talking about. Now, may I call for the second volunteer? Is there any new members around here, by the way? Or any guests in particular?
William, is William a guest?
Hi, William.
Yeah,
Are you ready for the challenge? Are you up for the challenge?
yeah, I am ready.
Okay. So hi, William. Hi. So from numbers 2 to 7, because 8, 9, 10 is reserved for those who are seasoned Toastmaster members. So from 2 to 7, which one will you prefer?
I prefer 4.
4.
4.
Okay.
Yeah.
4. William, carrying a legacy. William, the stage is yours. Carrying a legacy.
Carrying a legacy.
Ah.
Yeah. When I was a young, I wanted to carry my legacy from my grandparents or grandmothers, because grandparents and grandmothers were talking to me about the success, and it is turned out my grandparents and my grandmothers have talked to my parents how to continue legacy from them to to me, and I think I could be running legacy from my grandparents and grandmothers, because I am a grandchild of them. After that, I have effort to go some part of their legacy, but suddenly I occasionally felt about them, because when I in the past, I didn't know how to continue the legacy, or I just following their speech. And next time and in the future, I will be carrying legacy from my parents and also from my aunt and uncle to pursue future, and I will be continuing myself into the success person. Thank you.
Thank you so much, William, for sharing his perspective on carrying a legacy. So apart from the legacy of Toastmaster we are carrying, we also have obligations to carry a legacy of our families too. This is something a lot of people forgot to talk about. So thank you so much for offering that perspective, William. And next, I saw a message that says, we Chi Jin. Is Chi Jin in? Hi, Samuel. Is he in?
I think he just left. I think he just left. Yeah.
Oh, he just left. Oh. So, Lin, are you interested to give it a shot? Hi, Lin. Okay, since Lin is not able
Oh,
to.
hello. Yeah.
Hello, Lin.
Yeah,
Nice
I managed
to
to unmute.
hear from you.
I'm from Thai UMT.
Hi, you're from Thai. Okay, hi, Toastmaster Lin. So, Thai UMT, sorry. Hi, Lin. So, are you able to turn on your cameras?
I don't have a camera on my laptop unless I switch to
Okay.
phone.
Okay, then no problem. So now we have 2, 3, 5, 6, or 7. Which one would you prefer?
7.
7. Okay, Lin. Monkey see, monkey do. Monkey
Wow.
see, monkey do. Lin, the stage is yours.
All right. Do I have to connect it to legacy and legendary?
It's up to you really. So long as
Oh,
it was around the topic, it should be fine.
okay. Oh, this is such a weird topic. Okay.
Monkey see, monkey do.
Monkey see, monkey do. Well, hello everyone. I'm a guest from Thai Menti Toastmaster Club, and everyone should know what it means by monkey see, monkey do. It means copycat, basically. So if you, sorry, I don't actually know what I supposed to say, but usually when you see someone yell, you actually yell involuntary, but that is not actually monkey see, monkey do. It's more like when you see someone doing something really good and you want to imitate them so that you can be as good as can seem to be as good as them. That's called monkeys do. Monkey see, monkey do. And when you imitate someone, it doesn't mean that it is completely the same. So it's just by instinct how you pretend to be like that person. So I guess this is what I understand about monkey see, monkey do. But how to relate it to legacy and legendary? I guess a lot of people think business, having personal business is good money, but actually it really needs and requires a lot of hard work and planning. So without all these contributions, self-sacrifices, it's very hard to build up your own business. So I hope everyone understands to not be someone who monkey see, monkey do, but plan carefully, be responsibility where before you put in every eggs, all the eggs in one basket. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lin, for attempting this topic. I have seen you have done your best by first interpreting monkey see, monkey do as like copying, imitating what the other people are doing, and you managed to link up with what the course you're doing, which is business, I reckon.
Yes.
So well
I
done,
hope
Lin.
yeah.
Well done. So timer, do I have enough space? Do I have enough time to have one more speaker in?
Unfortunately, we already offered time for the table topics evaluation
Oh.
session. So sorry, guys. You
Oh,
can.
it's all right. It's all right. Thank you so much. Okay. That concludes the table topic session for today. And thank you so much, everyone, for joining, especially the guests here. And back to you, Toastmaster Evening. But before that, I'd like to call for the vote. Is the poll master ready?
Yeah, it's ready. Hang on, let me start the poll. Can everybody see?
Can see, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see that. So how much time do you need for the voting to be done? Zoom Master, does everyone did everyone done your voting?
A few more people.
Few more, okay. Okay. Is it done? Okay, thank you so much. And concludes the table topic session for today's meeting. And I'd like to thank all the participants who volunteered themselves to have fun with the topics offered. And I shall return the stage back to Toastmaster Joshua.
Thank you.
Toastmaster Joshua, the stage is yours.
Oh, thank you, Table Topics Master Meng, for all that wonderful topic. In fact, I would really love to know what those last three topics were for the season speakers, if only we have enough time. Maybe I can have a PM with you later about that. So,
Sure.
all right. So now that we're done with the table topics session, we shall now have the table topics evaluation, which will be done by our Toastmasters, Ikhtifar. Over to you, Ikhtifar.
Give me a minute, yeah. Never mind. Can you just follow the flow later? Then I will do my evaluation.
Sure. You
Sorry,
just let me know once you're ready. So now that we have some time, perhaps Meng, you would like to share with us what number 8, 9, and 10 is?
Okay, if you don't mind. So actually the title number 8 is the motto of Toastmasters, where leaders are made. Title number 9 is Leadership Matters. Sorry, not Leadership Matters. Feedback Matters. And the last title will be No Man is an Island.
Wow, that is...
Title 9 is actually Feedback Matters. Feedback. Yeah.
So we have the first motto.
Unfortunately, no one selected it. So that's quite bummer.
If it was me, perhaps I can try with number 9, Feedback Matters. I think it's quite an interesting topic. Since in Toastmasters, we always have a feedback session.
Joshua,
Yes?
you can just start with the speakers, the project speakers.
Oh, the project speakers. All right, sure. So later the table topics evaluation will be after the prepared speech. Okay, sure. So now that we have done with the table topics session, should we have a 5 minutes break? After having a group photo, have a 5 minutes break, or would you like to? All right.
Yes,
so we'll
yes,
have
can.
So we have a group photo first, then we'll have a short 5 minutes break, and then we'll come back with the prepared speech session. So perhaps the Zoom master may help us to snap a picture.
Okay, is everybody ready? Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Another one. 1, 2, 3. All right.
All right, thank you to our Zoom master Iman. We will now have our 5 minutes break, and we will be back around 8:40 p.m. So it's free time. All right, welcome back, everyone. Before we continue with the prepared speech session, I would like to pass the floor to Ikhtifar to conduct the table topics evaluation. Over to you, Ikhtifar.
Hi everyone, I'm sorry about the disruption of time because I was attending a few patients just now. So today we have three speakers, which is Nelson, William, and Lynn. And we had a few topics that was amazing by our Toastmasters, which is Ming. I really like the way that Ming designed the topics, which is easy to understand and easy to talk about. All right. So number one, Nelson. Nelson, I think I like the way that you speak because at this meeting, compared to previous meetings, because you didn't really abuse the word of the day, and you really took time to understand the topic and speak about it. There is some points for improvement. Number one is, let's say for example, when they were like when you were asking the question, who is here from zero to hero, you can just go on and proceed with the topic while waiting for them to reply. You need to like wait for them to reply, or maybe like just give them half a second or 30 seconds, right, for them to reply, then you move on. And also, when you ask the question, you should acknowledge that they answered. And I saw the first people who answered was Kang. So right, when you're talking about Zero My Hero, can I say, yes, Kang. I see that you put number one as you answered my question. So can I know what is your feedback or your view on this topic? So right, it is acknowledging them while you not wasting your time doing that per question part. All right. And then for William, I'm so sorry because I had a emergency test, so I didn't really much listen to your speech. Maybe I would like to pass this session, a bit of this time to Kang, because just now Kang said that you're a traffic speaker. Kang, can you help me with this?
Okay. In my own opinion, William is trying hard to speak clearly. So I can tell that he is trying his best to present a very clear message to us. Not perfect, but I think it's a good start and a long way to go. So move on. I mean, a good start on clarity and keep improving on clarity will make a table topic very, very appealing. Thanks. Back to Ikhtifar.
Thank you, Kang. So next, our last speaker was Lin. Lin, I know that you are like a first timer. You are new to table topics and also Toastmasters. So what you did well was trying to answer the question, which is monkey see, monkey do. And also, don't worry, like for table topics, right, you can just do it anyhow you want. You can speak around, you can agree with topic, disagree with topic, or maybe just beat around the bush. As long as you give a good speech with a total of a good intro, a good body, and good conclusion. So right, what I want to remind people is like table topics is something that you practice. I mean, it's like something like you, let's say for example, you come back late from partying one night and your parents were asking like, hey, where you go? So like that time you are very good at answering about where you go. I went to the library, blah, 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 blah. So table topic is something like this. You just can beat around the bush and answer the question. Okay. One more thing is like, I think you really maybe next time when you get a table topics, you could just pause for a while, think about the topic, plan in your mind, then you can start speaking. It's okay for you to take a pause before you answer the question, because as table topics, when you do table topics, you are allowed to do that. And the timing will only start when you utter the first word or you make a gesture. Okay? So yeah, what Kang said, why you go to the library and come back smelling with cigarettes? I don't know. I'm not a smoker, so I don't know how to explain that. Maybe later we can ask Kang to teach us how to answer that question. Back to you, Joshua.
Thank you, Table Topics Evaluator, Ikhtifar. I hope all the speakers, you get to learn something from this evaluation. Maybe come back next time and show us your growth, because being a leader also requires you to develop yourself and constantly learn and grow. And in that way, today you take the first step to become legendary. So good job to all the table topic speaker. Now we shall move on with our next session, which is the prepared speech session. In Toastmasters, we have 11 paths. Each path has 5 levels, and each of these paths have 5 core competencies, namely interpersonal communication, confidence, public speaking, strategic leadership, and management. Our first speaker for tonight is Sherru, who will be doing her level 2 Understanding Your Communication Style. May I invite her evaluator, Ming Kang, to read out the purpose statement of the project.
All right. To our speaker, Sherru, the purpose of this project is for you to learn about different communication styles and identify your personal style. And the other purpose is for you to share that impact of your styles to all of us. All the best, and back to Joshua.
Thank you, Ming Kang. Before I move on, is it wise for me to invite the general evaluator to state about the notes to the evaluator, or should we just continue on?
Can invite?
Sorry?
We can invite.
Oh, I mean like, should I invite the general evaluator to read out the notes to the evaluator as well?
I can do it
Okay.
because she already said so.
All right. Sure. So over to you, Radzi.
All right. Thank you so much, Toastmaster. Good evening. Hey, you have done such a good job. Let me just continue with what you have asked me to do. That is to read the notes to the evaluator, which is available in the agenda. Notes to the evaluator: during the completion of this project, the member responded to a questionnaire to help identify his or her communication style. About the speech, the member will deliver a well-organized speech about some aspect of communication styles. The member may choose to speak about his or her own communication style or the impact of communication styles on him or her. The speech may be humorous, informational, or any style that the member chooses. The speech should not be a report on the content of the Understanding Your Communication Style project. With that, over to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you, General Evaluator Radzi. Now, may I invite our first speaker, Sherru, with her topic, the communication styles. The communication styles, Sherru, over to you. Sherru, I think you are muted.
Is my voice clear now?
Yes, it's clear.
A very good evening to the ladies and gentlemen tonight. As a direct communicator, allow me to begin my speech about the arts of communication without further ado. As a direct communicator, I'm very ambitious and goal-oriented to the extent that I always focus on the outcome more than the journey and the style. Even though it helps me to save time, but people tend to not to be able to comprehend what I'm trying to say. After realizing this, last night I went through the resources. I was amazed by the certain things that can resonate very well with me. The very first point is that as a direct communicator, you need to put yourself in other people's shoes. You can't go straight to the point that other people can't comprehend you, because you must skip some things, some story at the back, so people wouldn't be able to understand what are you trying to say. After realizing this, I try to always ask myself, how will this person react to what I'm saying right now? By doing so, I managed to improve my communication. The next very thing that resonates well with me is that the personality will affect our communication style. After joining Toastmaster Club, I volunteer myself to be a PBR group leader. I always strive to lead the discussion to be more fruitful. I'm a direct communicator. Hence, I thought that people will like everything to be very precise and clear. But sometimes we need to add a spice into the communication to the discussion so that it will be more lively. There is one peer in my group who is a very outgoing, enthusiastic, and energetic, but he tends to lose focus because our discussion most of the time is too straight to the point. Once I realized this, I try to figure out how to bring him to try to capture his attention. I somehow find that the points in the resources are very true, especially the part that for people who is very outgoing and energetic, sometimes praises and approval is very important for them. But acknowledging his ideas and giving him some time to lead the discussion, he will eventually pay more attention to the discussion. And he is very happy when other people acknowledge his idea. The very second lesson that I have learned from exploring the resources is that words are very powerful, but the way we deliver our words is even more powerful, because often what we remember is not the words that tell us, is the way they deliver the words, is the feelings that leave behind after the conversation. I still remember after talking to Ming Kang, after the court session, I sit on the Grab car, and the driver told me that she is very unhappy with the doctor to the point that she is reluctant to take the insulin medication, even though she has diabetes. At that point, I'm pretty sure that maybe the content of the counselor is correct, but the way the doctor deliver the message to the patient is somehow a bit wrong, to the point that she is unwilling to listen to the doctor anymore. Instead, she tried out her own way to control her blood sugar. Hence, I realized that the content is very important, but the way we deliver the content is even more important. I believe that everyone has different communication style, and we need to tailor our communication style to suit another person so that they can comprehend our intention in our conversation. Hence, I hope that everyone in this meeting can try to comprehend our own communication style and also other people's communication style, because words can really change a person's life. For example, I am a patient back in 2019. The words that I have heard is so important to me. There are one particular man who told me who actually changed my life is the doctors. As the way they break the negative news to my parents and me is very tactful, to the point that I find hope in it. Thank you.
Thank you to our first speaker, Sherru, for presenting a speech. I find one part of her story enjoyable, which is that words are very powerful. How we deliver it is even more powerful. Kind of reminds me of when I delivered one speech in high school. I actually said very fast, but then some of the teachers were a bit not satisfied. They said, I think you said something wrong in your speech, and I was kind of terrified with the result of it. So ever since that day, whenever I present a speech, always practice and try to keep it safe for everyone to listen. Well done to you, Sherru. Next, we shall move on to our second speaker, which is Zhi Jun, who will be attempting level 1 icebreaker speech for her second pathway, dynamic leadership, after almost completing presentation mastery. May I invite her evaluator, Toastmaster James, to read out the purpose statement? Over to you, Toastmaster James.
Thank you, Joshua. Zhi Jun, attempting your second first impression in Toastmasters. The purpose of your speech today is to introduce yourself to the club and learn the basic structure of the public speech for your second pathway. Good luck to you. Thank you.
Thank you, James. I would like to also invite the general evaluator to read out the notes to the evaluator. Over to you, Radzi.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Joshua. Notes for the evaluator: the member is completing his or her project in Toastmasters. The goal of the evaluation is to give the member an effective evaluation of his or her speech and delivery style. Because the icebreaker is the first project that the member completes, you may choose to use only the note sections and not the numerical score. Over to you.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Welcoming our second speaker, Zhi Jun. I am ordinary. I am ordinary. Zhi Jun, over to you.
I get envious on other people easily, no matter on other people's achievement, when they go travel or what they have. In kindergarten, I envy those who are brave enough to talk and make friends. They're talkative. They are cheerful. They know how to make people around them happy. Unlike me, I'm quiet, I'm shy, and I don't know how to start a conversation when talking to people. So the other kid don't want to befriend me. In primary school, I envy the cute and pretty girls. They have a big eyes and a tall nose and a blushing red cheeks and thin lips, which makes them a superstar in the class. Everyone liked them. And I watch myself, the eyes, small and monolith, and the nose, very flat, and the lips, very thick. If the naughty boys have a bully list, I will always be their top choice. What they do, they like to laugh at me, and then I have a nickname during my primary school, which is the sausage lips. As a typical pieces, I imagine a lot of the romantic scenes. I imagine, oh, if I have a boyfriend, so how my life will be. Every time celebrate the Valentine's Day, and then Zhi Jun, I love you. And the reality is, I've been single for 21 years. So I envy those who have many admirers and many boyfriends. Not many boyfriends. It's their boyfriend is very light on her. So do you know that I try to avoid myself on opening the Instagram during the 14th of February and the 20th of May, 520? Every time I scared that I open and then I see, oh, happy Valentine, sweet, very stay sweet with a BB, 1314. Every time I saw this post, my eyes will get blind by them. And I questioning myself, why I so very ordinary, not pretty, and then nobody like? Ladies, gentlemen, introducing myself. An ordinary girl, which is not pretty, not cheerful, and not many people like. Unlike the novels and dramas, there are not many rises and falls in my life. My life just like every day, wake up, study, and then come back home, eat, and then watch YouTube, and then sleep. Every day just repeat. No storm and rain, no rainbow and surprise. No admirers, no jackpot. If you ask me, do I blame myself? Is it live so very ordinary? During my young times, yes, I blame. Why people can live so attractive? Like every day, wow, today I go to England. Wow, today I achieve, I get what prize. And then, wow, today I celebrate Valentine with my BB. But now when I grow up, I try to appreciate what I have. Sometimes ordinary is also good. Not pretty? Never mind. I have a healthy body, no illness, no disability, and a good stamina. Every day can hop in, hop here, go running, and then go play squash. No boyfriend? Also, not a big deal. I have a loving and caring family. I have a dad and mom treat me like a princess. When I want something, they will always try their best to get it for me. When I come back to hometown during holidays, they sure will bring me go to have a special treats, whether go outside the restaurant or mom cook inside at home. And sometimes I also will go shopping with my mom together. And people thought that we are sister or we are the best friend forever, BFF. I believe that not many people can do so, like shopping with their dad or their mom. Friends not many? Never mind. All the friends I have, they are close with me. They are always at my side when I was sad and willing to lend me a hand when I need help. I don't have jackpot, so never mind. If I can get my matriculation offer and get offer, I can study the course what I like, which is already enough for me. It makes me more excited compared to I win a 1 ringgit million jackpot. Wait. Oh, no. I still want the 1 million lah. Fellow audience, it's undeniable that there's still a lot of people win at their starting point. They get everything they want. But I'm really grateful of what I have. Having caring family friends, have the opportunity to do what I like, and no need to suffer any ill and pain. This already fortunate compared to those who are struggling to live or even though worry about tomorrow. Living an ordinary life, but feeling fortunate every day. This describes me the best. Back to you, Toastmaster of Evening.
Thank you, Zhi Jun, for your icebreaker speech. As a tradition, every time when someone presented their icebreaker speech, we will always give a standing ovation. No matter whether it is your first time or second time presenting it, there's always a standing ovation for an icebreaker speech. Well, I can say that this story, I'm Ordinary, is really relatable. I mean, I always ask my mom, can you help me to pull my leg because I'm so short? Let me pull longer. But my mother always say, just face reality, like you are short, like accept it. And at the end of the day, I was like, yeah, okay. Maybe I'm the one to blame for not jumping when I was young. So that's why. But I like who I am right now because I get to meet with whoever I'm meeting today, which is Toastmasters members on screen. Yeah. Next is our third speaker, Dr. Samuel, who will be attempting his level 2 project, Connect with Your Audience. May I invite his evaluator, Elven, to read out the purpose statement?
Hi, Dr. Sam. First of all, happy birthday. This is perhaps the third time I wish you, and all the best in your speech. For your project, the purpose statement is, the purpose of this project is for the member to practice the skills needed to connect with an unfamiliar audience. All right.
All right, thank you, Elven. May I invite the general evaluator, Radzi, to read out the notes to the evaluator.
Notes to the evaluator. The member completing this project is practicing the skills needed to connect with an unfamiliar audience. To do this, the member presents a topic that is new or unfamiliar to your club members. Listen for a topic that is unusual or unexpected in your club. Take note of the member's ability to present the unusual topic in a way that keeps the audience engaged. This speech is not a report on the content of the speech. Connect with your audience project. Over to you.
Thank you, Radzi. May I present our third and final speaker, Dr. Samuel, with his title UK. UK, Dr. Samuel. Over to you.
Just to clarify, it's 5 to 7 minutes, right? Yeah.
Yes, it's 5 to 7 minutes. I think that's error in my part.
It's okay. All right. Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening, Joshua Lim, for introducing. Doctor, the word, so there to call. Anyway, and what I'm about to share, UK, is none other than United Kingdom. They have to think very hard for what it means. And I hope that this doesn't make Zhi Jun envious, because I would like to share my recent experience to the UK, traveling, but mainly for work, not for play. And I would really like to share of how I survived as a Malaysian researcher attending in the UK Research Center. And after giving some thoughts, I would like to share with you how I worked, how I survived working, how I survived eating, and how I survived sleeping. Firstly, how did I survive working in the UK, where there's researchers who are all PhD students surrounded? Everybody is so established and so famous in their fields. And I am just someone who just graduated from medical and now just diving into the world of research. Although I can describe the feeling as being static, as I am being able to stand together with these giants in research. Well, the first of all, of how I managed to survive working in such an environment is to be, first of all, clear with my purpose. As I constantly remind myself, although this is truly an amazing opportunity given to travel to the UK to do work, but the purpose is for work and not for traveling. So any travel plans, it has been shifted over to the weekend. And during weekdays is work. And number two, I am clear as well. How I survived in work is my being clear of what I need to do as my duties there, which is why I'm doing certain research. And when I come across any questions, I ask my mentor, who is there physically, not the mentor here, you mean the mentor in the UK, who is also an expert in his field of research. And it is because of that, it helps move on with the progress with my research. And thirdly, I can survive my work. It's because I'm clear of my position that I'm still a student. I'm there to learn. And so it is okay to make mistakes. It is okay to be patient. You don't have to be fast. You have to move. You can be patient to move on. Now, next, you can't possibly be working all day long, right? As the saying goes, all work makes and no eat makes Jack a weak and thin boy. So how I survived eating in the UK? Now you must remember that in the UK, £1 is equivalent to 6 ringgit. Now, if you are to think of converting every meal, you probably won't want to eat a single meal. For someone who eats who just had fun for 7 ringgit economy rice, and suddenly a meal there would cost you maybe £6, £7. So you can do the math, you realize that, oh, you might lose your appetite instantly. So how I survived eating in such a high cost of environment, firstly is I cut down on eating it in cafe food and do groceries more. So in the UK, they have wonderful grocery places with very affordable prices. For example, I keep telling everyone, like in the UK, 2 liters of milk, you get there £2. But like in here, 2 liters of milk, you get 15 ringgit. So as you can see, it's pretty affordable to be a UK citizen purchasing 2 liters of milk, but not as a Malaysian who's traveling there and now buying 2 liters of milk. And secondly, how I survive eating there is that I do meal prep. At the accommodation where I stay, which I'll elaborate further, we prepare fried rice with chicken, spaghetti bolognese in a few batches. So with that, each meal alone came to approximately £1, which is maybe 6-7, and I managed to save and survive and not starve to death in the cold winter in UK. You know, it's not exactly cold, but it was chilly, even though it was summer. And thirdly, how I survive eating there is I eat a balanced meal, which consists of a carbohydrate, a protein, and some vegetables. As you know, you need carbohydrates for energy, you need protein for muscles to be toned, and also your vegetables and vitamins to keep your bowels moving. Now, of course, other than eating, moving on to the third point, which is staying. Now, once again, £6, £1 is equivalent to 6 ringgit. So it is very expensive to travel there as a Malaysian. However, I believe that with good planning, you are able to get affordable prices. So for the flights, all I did was I bought at a very early stage before I flew there. So I managed to get it at pretty affordable price. And on top of that, I surveyed and found that there were student discounts available. And number two, for accommodations, thankfully for Airbnb, I managed to find a decent place to stay and is within walking distance to the hospital that I was attached to, instead of having to stay far and take transport. And of course, thirdly, in terms of transportation, I managed to stay at a place that's close to the hospital, and also the buses provided at the place at the UK was very convenient and accessible. And with that, actually, that sums up my tips on how I survived as a Malaysian researcher working in the United Kingdom, with how I worked, whereby I stayed clear of my purpose, and how I eat. I make sure that I eat good food, have a balanced meal. At the meals also is meal prepped, and also avoid eating out in cafes too frequent. And also thirdly, I stayed and planned early, which helps to give some savings as well. So I would like to encourage everyone who would have the opportunity, should such an opportunity come in the future, to try and explore a different world, because you get to open your eyes to a new horizon. And with that, once again, if such an opportunity comes, as what Nike puts it, and how Shia LaBeouf does it, just do it. And with that, I hope everybody benefited from this. And back to you, Toastmaster of the evening, for sure.
Thank you, Samuel, for that interesting speech. Wow, I think your tips is really helpful for those of us who wishes to not only travel for work, but to just plain traveling and you want to be on budget. And I think this is really a good tip. Thank you again to our Toastmaster Samuel. With that, our prepared speech session comes to an end. We will now move on to the evaluation session, which will be hosted by our general evaluator, Radzi. Radzi? Yep.
Joshua,
Yes.
we haven't fought for the best prepared speech session.
Sorry, my mistake. Let's first vote on the best prepared speech speaker. Maybe Iman, you can launch the poll. So while while some of the members continue to vote or some of the guests continue to vote, perhaps we can move on to the evaluation session. I will now pass the stage to the general evaluator, Radzi, to host the evaluation session. Over to you, Radzi.
Thank you so much, our Toastmaster of the evening, Joshua. That's a job well done. Congratulations on being a TME for this evening. Yes, I'm ecstatic to be your general evaluator this evening, but at the same time, I'm also disappointed with myself for being so late. And for that, don't you ever emulate that for being late to your appointment. That is not good. And for me, that's not me being late to an appointment, but unfortunately today, well, I got all the excuses in the world. The fact is I was late, so I better not share the reason for it, why I was late. Again, I'm ecstatic to be here, to be with you guys, to be your general evaluator today, to host or to conduct the third part of the meeting, that is on evaluation and feedback. Evaluation and feedback is very important. Well, Dr. Samuel did say something about eating, which is very important. Well, for us, when it comes to evaluation, it's related to eating as well. Yeah, people always relate it to breakfast. Yeah? It is termed as it's a breakfast for champion. So why is it a breakfast for champion? Because it is such an important meal that we must not miss. So hence, evaluation and feedback is such an important session for everyone here because it is a session where we learn the most. People always say when it comes to table topics, it is the most fun session. While when it comes to the prepared speech, it is the action, where the action is, while for the evaluation and feedback, it is where the learning takes place. When it comes to the evaluation, and I'm sure the evaluators are all prepared to share with us their constructive feedback. Constructive feedbacks is very important in the sense that we are here to evaluate, to motivate the speakers. Why do we need to motivate them? Well, so that they can come back and improve themselves by delivering more speeches in the future. Yes. What's the name of that first speaker? Sherru. Sherru, you have just delivered another speech, but we want you to come back and do more so that you can improve, you can become better. And that's what we need to do. As far as the speakers are concerned, please accept the evaluation as something that's personal from them. If you think that, it's a bit too much, or perhaps it's not related to me, it's okay. You just KIV and put it aside. Sometimes it may make sense after a while. Have an open mind in accepting all those evaluation and feedback from your speech evaluators. So with that short introduction, I would like to begin the third part of the meeting, the evaluation and feedback session, with the first speaker evaluation. Is that so? Yes, I would like to invite Presentation Mastery Level 4, Toastmaster Ming Kang. Over to you, Ming Kang.
Thank you, Radzi, for the kind introduction. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, Toastmasters and guests. Today, we learned a lot from Sherru's presentation. We learned that Sherru is a direct communicator and is a person who is ambitious and goal-oriented. And she is trying to learn to tailor different communication style depends on different people she is communicating with. Now, we had a conversation back then and I asked, what would you like to pay more attention to? She said, please focus on my content and my effectiveness is passing the message. So now I'll present 2 goods and 1 improvements to Toastmaster Sherru for that. The first good is rich storytelling. Notice that most of examples used by Sherru is a story. Two stories that struck my mind is first, the challenge as a PBL group leader. I believe that's a study group. The second story is a conversation with Grab driver and the insulin injection story with the doctor. Having points plus storytelling can really make your points even more compelling. So that's the first good. Second good is powerful ending with a personal experience. I believe that's her ending today is one of the best I've heard, because not just a typical ending, she ends the speech with her own pain point. Has she got something else, different words, different style of delivering from the doctor? Maybe she would have been so harder in the recovery. So that communication style really struck in her ending. As the quote that she said, words are powerful, but the way of delivering is more powerful. Perfectly encapsulate in her own ending. Now move to improvements. I only have one. That is, if you wanted to deliver a speech and effectively to pass the message, try to reduce the ambiguity as much as possible, the unclear part. I record two unclear parts that I wish to learn more. First, PBL. I kind of know because it's a term for study group back in my matriculations. Perhaps not every one of us know that. It's good to explain the acronym before using the acronym. Second ambiguity is, you talk about you ambitious and goal-oriented, noted. I'm curious to know how ambitious you are, daily life, and what kind of goals, how oriented you are in terms of goals seeking. So that's the improvement. All in all, she did a very, very wonderful job. It's very different from the rest of her speech before, and also clear-wise. Thank you. Congratulations, Sherru. Back to her.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kang, for your evaluation, of which, towards the end of his evaluation, he congratulated the speaker for having met the speech objective and for delivering such a good speech. That's important. It is an endorsement that the person has met the speech objective, so that they feel that, oh yeah, I've done it, and now I can move on to the next project. And Kang has also shared with us the two good things. He was being specific, the two good things that he liked about the speech, and of course, one suggestion for improvement about the ambiguity. And somehow, I'm still ambiguous on the meaning of TBL, and still not explained. I wish that you have explained it as well, so that I would know what is TBL all about. So thank you so much, Toastmaster Kang, for your evaluation. Well done on that. I shall now move on to the next evaluator to evaluate the speech delivered by the second speaker. We have here Toastmaster James Kang from Help University, Help Toastmasters Club. Over to you, James.
Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator. Zhi Jun, your icebreaker, your first impression really caught my eye. You caught my eye with a very good opening. What she did was basically she was sharing out her insecurities, like saying, oh, I'm not pretty. I don't have guys who head over heels over me. I don't have the looks of a model or K-pop star. I do not. And eventually, I love how she built this story eventually as a storyline that every hero in this story, of especially Zhi Jun herself, went through a point that breaking point in her life, and eventually she transformed herself, realizing that it's okay. She shared with us, it's okay to be normal, it's okay to be ordinary, And along the point, she has some anecdotes, and I love her sense of humor when she said she doesn't want $1 million jackpot, and then she stopped and think about that she wanted it. I really love that sense of humor from her. I love how her hand gestures are well synced with the speech. Yeah, it's well synced, especially when she's talking about herself and talking about others. She did a bit of highlighting of one point to another. I really love how she did it well. Point to point, easy to follow structure. Her speech was very easy to follow. I believe everyone in the room here will agree that you can easily follow her speech without any difficulty in understanding the plot because it's very straightforward. The opening is about her insecurities and slowly the acceptance part, eventually moving on to empower her at the climax and the ending with her message of the whole speech. Closing wise, she really did empower her to tell her that being ordinary is normal. If I have one point to highlight to our good friend Zhi Jun, is to avoid using jargons in your speech. I noticed that you use terms like BB 1314. Okay, for audience context, 1314 basically in Cantonese meant yet some yet say or till death do her part. BB is basically the younger generation speak when they mention that baby. This is a short form. They always type in their Instagram or maybe how they call their boyfriend or girlfriend BB. Baby. It's actually baby. And 520, I believe that I heard her saying 520. That is actually the Chinese commercialized version of Valentine's Day in a way that they say that actually 520 sounds like 我爱你 or I love you in Mandarin. If you can try to avoid this. Yeah, if possible, try to avoid this or probably to try in a sense to use an English equivalent. All in all, I really love how her speech structure is, eye-catching opening, call to action to be ordinary is that being ordinary is okay. And if possible, I would love her to use lesser jargons. All in all, great speech. Love to hear you again. Once again, congratulations on starting your second path, Zhi Jun. Thank you.
Thank you so much, James, for your evaluation. Again, just like Ming Kang as well, you're being specific on your evaluation, the thing that you like about her speech, as well as your suggestion for improvement, that is on avoiding using jargon. To the speaker, I would like to say that you have delivered a speech that is not ordinary, actually. So for that, you are extraordinary, actually. You are not ordinary at all. And what I like about your speech, really, you injected that sense of humor, and of which I like, wow, this is something you use a lot of power of three, especially when you talk about your experience in primary. You use that power of three. My eyes are small, my nose is flat, my lips are thick. I like that. And you also said it when you talk about yourself, not ordinary, you're not pretty, you're not cheerful, and you didn't have many people who like you. So for that, really, you're not ordinary girl, actually. And you can write on the fact that you are very charming in that sense. You have that sense of humor, of which I would like you to write on it and have your own social media, of which you can capitalize on the fact that you like to do exercise, you like to go out with your mother, share some videos of your experience. For all you know, you can become a media influencer. So hence again, you are not an ordinary girl. Thank you so much for your evaluation, James. And really, I really like the speech delivered by our speaker just now. Thank you so much. Next, let us move on to the evaluator of the third speaker. For this, I would like to invite Elven. Elven, Leadership Development Level 1, over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Radzi. So, hi, Samuel. Congratulations upon delivering such a great speech, and you have successfully connected with your evaluator, which is me. I'll first by telling you why is your speech great with 3 points. First, you have a good structure and clarification. What do I mean by good structure? You first discuss about how to survive working, how to survive eating, and how to survive staying. Next, you clarify with £1
Elven, you're lagging.
Indonesia. Oh, sorry. Because we have, okay, why is it important that you clarify about what £1 equals to 6 ringgit? It's because that we have Nelson, which is from Indonesia here. And this will give him a better clarification. Next, I'd like to talk about your pragmatic advice. For those who have never been to India, or for those who have never been to overseas, they do not know about how good is a planning. You plan about the flights, you book it way early, you mentioned about the accommodation, and you even get student discount. And last but not least, your accommodation and is very near to the hospital that you were working. Next, you have good hand gesture. For example, you will talk about 2 liters of milk equals to £2, which £1 equals to 6 ringgit. With that said, 2 liters of milk equals to 12 ringgit. The hand sometimes when people forgot or lost with what you are saying, they can get back. So for example, they will understand that £2 equals to 2 liters of milk, where 2 liters of milk equals to 12 ringgit. I'll move on to the suggestion, which I think that you could have done it better. Firstly, is I think that your speech was a little bit monotonous, which that if I were to be picky, maybe you are not that good in engaging with the audience. So I will give you a suggestion that, for example, how do you capture the attention of the audience? For example, if you were talking about how to survive working, you can say, now, do you know how to survive working? Is to constantly remember your purpose in UK. And when you remember your purpose in UK, on your work on weekdays. And this, in my opinion, would enhance your engagement level. With that said, I think that you have a good structure and clarification in your speech. You give pragmatic advice and you have good hand gesture. And these suggestions, in my opinion, is that you perhaps can have more tones and different in speed. And great job in delivering such a good speech. Thank you, Samuel. Go back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much to Elven for sharing with us his evaluation. That is very personal to him at the same time, of which he shared with us about 2 things that he liked about the speech, structure and clarification, as well as hand gesture. When it comes to clarification, I was thinking just now, yes, one thing about clarification, which I would like to add. Yeah? I'm not sure which part of UK that doctor was doing his research. And secondly, how long? To me, it's very important for me to know these 2 answers. Because UK is such a big country, it also includes Wales, it also includes Scotland or Leicester, yeah, so for 1.5 months. Yes, those are the information that I would like to know so that I can have the feel of it at the same time. Yeah, Elven, yeah, suggestion for you, yeah, because you are very animated. I like your evaluation, yeah. But then when I look at you, I don't see the most part of your body. I would have preferred for you to appear, to make sure that you appear, you sit to the back so that I can see more of your body at the same time, yeah, instead of just looking at your face and the upper side of your shoulder. Yeah? So that I can see your hand gestures and whatnot. And then try not to avoid using that word, you're not that good. Yeah. So I would have preferred for you to use other words, perhaps, you know, well, you can be better if you were to do something like this. Yeah. Instead of letting them know, oh, you're not that good, you are this and that. Yeah? So instead of using that word, of which very judgmental, use something else. You could have done better if you were to, something like that. Yeah, not a problem. Yes, sometimes it does happen to us actually. Somehow we are stunned, we are speechless to a certain extent, and we end up not choosing the right words for it. I quite understand. So just be mindful on that. Thank you so much. So yes, you have done such a good job. I like your evaluation, of which your evaluation is very structured at the same time. Thank you so much for that. So let us give a big round of applause to all the 3 evaluators who have done such a good job in their evaluation. Thank you so much. Now I shall move on to the second part of my evaluation. My evaluation session has got 3 parts at the same time. The first one is the speech evaluation. Now the second part is on the technical evaluators. First, I'd like to start with the grammarian. For this, I would like to invite Toastmaster Muhammad Rizmi. Over to you.
All right. Thanks, Mr. Radzi. Wait, I'm just gonna share my screen. Can you see?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. Here's the grammarian report for today's meeting. So for this report, I'm not gonna cover all because I have to be honest, I was a bit late just now. So the earlier table topic speeches I couldn't evaluate all. But these are the list of names that I will be doing a grammarian report on. So first, I'm gonna start on Sherru. So there was no word of the day usage, which is ecstatic. And for the second part, she did use the great quote, I believe, need to add spice into the communication, which is a great way of using the quote need to add spice because it diversifies the way you can explain that instead of explaining it in the usual manner. However, for improper language usage, she used the term very unhappy. I think that this is all right, but it can possibly be replaced by the word upset to indicate the severe state of unhappiness that she was in. And then next for Zhi Jun, there was no word of the day usage, and I'll move on to the third part. So everything else I believe was okay except for one part where she mentioned blushing red cheeks. But I believe that blushing is already an indicator of your cheeks turning red, right? Because that's the usual understanding of it. So she could have just said blushing cheeks. For the next one is for Samuel. So there was one word of the day usage. So good job for that. And then for outstanding quote, he mentioned the quote, "All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy," which is a well-known quote, and it's a great thing that he used it in his speech. And the second one that he used was "Open your eyes to a new horizon," which is, for me personally, is not a quote that I hear often, so it's nice to see that quote being used in his speech. For the next one, Ming Kang, there was no word of the day usage. However, there was a word that he used that I believe I don't quite often hear, which is the word ambiguity. So he said the phrase "remove the ambiguity," which is, to me, a good replacement for the normal way of saying it, which is uncertainty and other similar phrases, similar terms. And next is James Khan. As far as I recall, no word of the day usage, but he did use the phrase "caught my eye," which is it is, I believe, like a basic quote, but it's still quite a good quote to use. And next, Radzi, two word of the day usage. And then he also used the word emulate, which is, I believe, a high level word, I would consider it. And then last but not least is Joshua, who used the word ecstatic once. All right, that's all from me. Thank you. Back to you, Mr. Radzi.
Thank you so much, Rizmi. Well, Ming Kang did PM me that you are a grammarian for the first time. but it sounds as though you have done it for so many times. You're very structured. I like it. And you sound like you know what you're doing. My suggestion to you, when it comes to reading the tables, I would have preferred for you, instead of reading it line by row by row, and go for column by column instead. First, you talk about word of the day. So when it comes to word of the day, we have Samuel, who uttered the word of the day once, Radzi twice, as well as Joshua one. That's my suggestion for you to read it, because when you were going line by line, then somehow for those people who were not really listening, it's like, hey, how come I thought I uttered the word of the day, but how come you didn't mention my name? So hence you were like, I would have preferred that you go by column instead of by line and by row. And then secondly, of which when it comes to the improper language usage, I would have preferred that you expand it instead of putting it line by line, so that we do not know who have uttered the word of the day. So in Malay, we call it whoever eat the chili, they are the one, who feel the heaty part of it. So instead of mentioning the name. Then secondly, you did mention the word emulate. You said it is high level. I would have also preferred that somehow you Google the meaning of it and share with us, so that you can we can see the context and also the meaning of it. So well done for that. Really such a great job for doing it for the first time. Next, I would like to invite the next technical player, the technical role player, that is the R counter. I would like to invite Toastmaster Ding Koon Yeat, Presentation Mastery Level 1. Over to you.
Good, yes, screen is taking a while to load.
So the screen quite long. Can we move to the timer for one, Ming? Can we move?
Yes, why not? Yeah. So
All right.
Can you all hear me again?
we cannot see your screen as yet. Is that okay? You just say it out. Yeah, it is there on the screen. Please go ahead. Over to you.
Sorry for the technical issues. Okay, first of all, I would like to congratulate James Khan for doesn't have any crush and post viewers for the day. Okay, we start from Muhammad Ikhtifar. Muhammad Ikhtifar have 5 and 2 repeated word maybe, total in 7. And then Elven have 3 For Joshua have 3 2 total in 5. And Ming have 1 2 and 12 and repeated word so for twice, total in 17. And Sherru have 1 repeated word even though twice, hence twice. Total count in 3. And then Zhi Jun have 1 Then is Samuel have 2 and 1 And then Rizmi have 9 5 and repeated word is twice. I repeated 3 times and total count in 3. And then Ming have 1 total in 1. And then Rizmi have 24 3 total in 27. Nelson have 2 And then is William have 3 and 6 And repeated word I for repeated 3 times and help repeated twice. Total in count of 3. Total toast below is 12. And then last is Lim have 1 and 1 That's all for my report. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your report, Koon Yeat. I think that's very detailed. We can see who is the winner there for uttering the most speech crutches as well as pause fillers. Yeah? I forgot to begin my introduction to you just now, yeah, by saying a joke that I always make. Yeah? Be kind to your general evaluator.
Uh-oh.
But it's okay. Yeah, it is common. Yeah? And that's the thing when it comes to all these pause fillers as well as speech crutches, for us to be more aware about all these, so that we can reduce it. And of course, to those people who speak the most, then of course, the tendency is for them to have more of these speech crutches as well as pause fillers. So thank you so much for sharing your R counter report and for being so attentive and for being so detailed at the same time. Now, last but not least, we shall welcome our timer report. This will be shared to us by Toastmaster Nelson John, Presentation Mastery Level 1. Over to you.
All right, let me share my screen first. Wait, yeah. Can everyone see my screen now?
Haven't.
Not yet.
Kang.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, General Evaluator. Hi, everyone. I'm going to give up the timer report for today's meeting. So I will start from the prepared speech session, table topics until the evaluation session. So moving on to the first prepared speech session. So first speaker for today's prepared speech session, which is Sherru or Sherru. Your time allocated is 5 to 7 minutes. Your time taken is 6 minutes and 34 seconds. And for your second speaker, we have Toastmaster Zhi Jun. Your time allocated is 4 to 6 minutes because this is icebreaker speech. Your time taken is 6 minutes and 23 seconds. And for Dr. Samuel, your time allocated is 5 to 7 minutes. Your time taken is 7 minutes and 40 seconds is considered an overtime. Now moving on to the next session is the table topic session. For the first speaker, which is me, Toastmaster Nelson, the time allocated is 1 to 2 minutes, and my time taken is 2 minutes and 45 seconds is considered an overtime. Next speaker, we have Toastmaster William. Your time allocated is 1 to 2 minutes, and your time taken is 1 minute and 45 seconds. And last tabletop speaker for today's meeting, which is Toastmaster Lin. Your time taken is 1 to 2 minutes. Your time taken is 2 minutes and 8 seconds. Now moving on to the prepared speech, the evaluation session. For Ikhtifar, your time allocated is 5 to 7 minutes. Your time taken is 4 minutes and 3 seconds. And second one, for the first prepared speech evaluator speaker, which is Toastmaster James, your time waiting is 2 to 3 minutes, and your time taken is 3 minutes and 26 seconds. Next is Toastmaster Ming. Your time allocated is 2 to 3 minutes, and your time taken is 3 minutes and 25 seconds. And the last prepared speech evaluation, which is Toastmaster Elven, your time allocated is 2 to 3 minutes, and your time taken is 3 minutes and 18 seconds. And the two technical role player for today is for Grammarian, Toastmaster Rizmi, your time taken is 3 minutes and 60 seconds. And for our counter, the time given is 1 to 2 minutes. Toastmaster Koon Yeat, you speak for 1 minute and 50 seconds. Thank you. That's it for my timer report. Back to you, General Evaluator in charge, Rizmi.
Thank you so much. Have we done the voting for the best evaluator yet?
We
Not
haven't.
yet.
So can we do it now? Is the voting ready? All right. So let's evaluate. Let's vote for the best evaluator for this evening. Thank you so much for your votes. I shall now, well, before that, before I move on to my report, thank you so much to all the technical role players and for the timer as well for sharing with us very accurate information about the time taken by all the role players. Then I like Ming Kang's note there in the chat. The evaluators are all within time. So congratulations to all the role players for doing such a good job. Next, I would like to move on to my report. Again, this is the third part of my evaluation and feedback session. And I'm going to share with you overall what I feel about the meeting. But first, let me just continue with my report on the role players, of which I haven't got the time to evaluate them as yet. First, let me just say something about Joshua as our Toastmaster of the evening. I can't say much about all the other role players, especially the aSAA, how he opened the meeting. Joshua, I like the fact that you know what you're doing, especially when it comes to the first speaker just now. You gave standing ovation to that speaker. Hence, I like it. And you also injected humor every now and then. That's important for us to engage the audience. The humor that I like, you ask your mom to pull your leg because you're so short. So I really like it. Then perhaps you're not jogging enough. You're not jumping enough. So hence, that's the reason. So thank you so much for sharing that kind of joke. Because to me, when it comes to humor, it is important. It is really connecting with the audience and can always make things lighter than what it is, a very serious meeting. Next, when it comes to the table topics evaluator, thank you so much to Ikhtifar for doing the role play as the table topics evaluator. I know the fact that you are busy and you are attending to patient at the same time, but you still find the time to pay attention to all the three table topic speakers, with the exception of the second speaker, of which you couldn't help it. But then I like the fact that you paid attention to the fact that Ming Kang did comment that he liked about the speech during the break. Then you write on that and ask him to evaluate. And for that, you really know how to utilize the resources and for your commitment. One word for you: reconsider. Whatever it means. To those people who understand, yes, reconsider. Next, when it comes to the overall report, I don't have that many things to say. First, I would like to give overall report about the technical evaluators. I like all the report shared by the technical evaluators. They're all prepared, they all paid attention, and all of them come up with their own report to share on the screen. To me, that's important for this kind of meeting, a hybrid meeting. People would like to see what's there on the screen. It's not just to see your face there, but also the reports in detail. So thank you so much for that. Overall, really, I like the way the meeting has been conducted. This is an example of quality meeting. So what do I see in quality meeting? The first one, when it comes to table topics, they are engaging. And thank you so much to the table topics master for coming up with so many questions. But unfortunately, there were only 3 speakers. And secondly, it's not that difficult also to find the speakers who can volunteer to become the table topic speakers. So that's on table topics. Secondly, when it comes to the speakers, they are all prepared to the best of their ability. That's very important. And at the same time, they adhere to the purpose statement. That means they did their own research in understanding on the requirement of the speech. That is important. Otherwise, you end up not following the purpose statement. And really, that's the last thing that we want to have. Thirdly, when it comes to the evaluation, I really like it. They're all very effective, and we have seen example of constructive feedback, and everyone is very motivating, and I'm sure to all the speakers, they really appreciate the evaluation that you have done. And to the speakers, if you think that somehow there are certain part that you need clarification, you can talk to them in private. Then when it comes to the overall conduct of it, I really like the session. All in all, I wish all of us, with the exception of one or two, switching on their video. That's important for us to really see, especially when it comes to the role players, speakers, and whatnot. And we have the only way for me to see that we are engaged, that we are there, present, is to see the videos that are switched on. Now, next, this is the beginning of the term. So at the beginning of the term, just like the beginning of the year, and what do we always do when it comes to the beginning of the year? It is for us to plan what is it that we need to do for the rest of the year. Like for us individually, when it comes to the early of the year, it is time for us to have our own resolution. And the same thing here as well in Toastmasters, all of us must have that resolution. So what is the resolution that we must have? It is for you to plan how many speeches that you're going to deliver, how many meetings that you're going to attend. I really strongly encourage, in fact, I challenge everyone here to complete one level each. So regardless which level, right? And how many projects does it take for you to complete one level? So the most number of project is for you to complete level 1, of which he has got 6 projects. Yep, and then for you to move on, for you to plan on completion of each level. Because some level, especially when it comes to level 4, level 5, it takes longer time for you to do a project. So hence, planning is very important, because whatever that you do, sometimes it can be a project. And for example, Ming, you have been there for many COTs. That could be a project for you to experience, to share with us your experience. And that's what it takes actually when it comes to completing your level 4 and level 5. The next one I would like to share here when it comes to resolution at the beginning of the year is for you to work as a team, and for the club officers, of course, to complete your club success plan and to really work together to identify how you're going to communicate, are you going to overcome challenges as a team, and of course, and for you, how can you achieve your goals for this term? And I'm sure, as far as Nusi Melayu Toastmasters Club, your goal has always been and will always be to become President Distinguished. So that's all for my report. And so with that, I shall pass the control back to Toastmaster of the evening. Over to you.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for that legendary feedback, as is in alignment with our theme, legendary and legacy. We will continue to challenge ourselves in future meetings and try to complete one level each, or maybe even complete one halfway. Now we will move on to an announcement first before we go to the award ceremony. For next month, which is August, we'll have 3 online meetings. First is 5th August, it's the normal Toastmasters meeting. 12th August will be a webinar, mostly focused on how you can construct a speech for a speech contest. And lastly, 19th of August, 2024, another Toastmasters meeting. So mark them down on your calendars. Now we will move on to the award ceremony. We'll start off with the best table topics speaker. Who is the best table topic speaker?
Radzi.
Yeah, it could be Radzi or Kang maybe, or
Okay.
Nelson.
Ikhtifar.
Yeah, Ikhtifar also possible. So the best table topic speaker goes to William. Congratulations, William. I think William is not around, but
Yeah, William is not.
oh, it's
You can
okay.
send certificates to him afterwards.
Okay, sure. Then we'll move on to the next one, which is the best speaker. We have three speakers, Sherru, Zhi Jun, and Samuel. So who is the best speaker?
Joshua.
No, it's Samuel. Samuel is the best speaker. Congratulations, Samuel. Maybe Iman, you
Would you
can
like
help
to
this.
take a photo?
Yeah, take a photo.
So, Master, can you help me to spotlight?
Okay. I think I can help with that.
Okay.
Okay. Iman, you're there, right? Can you do this? Is it okay?
Yeah, hello. Sorry, hang on. I spotlighted Samuel, but can see?
Okay. I can help with that as well. Let me take a backup. So Samuel, 3, 2, 1. Great. Congratulations.
Okay. Moving on is the best evaluator. Oh man, I think I forgot who was the evaluators. Oh yes, I remember. There was Kang, there was James, there was Elven, and there was Ikhtifar. 4 evaluators. Could it be 1 winner or could it be 2 winners?
I think 3 winners.
That's
Yes.
what I also wishing for.
4 winners.
But this time we only have 2 winners, which is James and Elven. Congratulations for being the best evaluator.
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay. Congrats.
Okay, thanks, Kang. We also have a certificate of appreciation to our January evaluator, Radzi, as well. And yeah, Radzi is here. Let's have a group photo. Let's have a photo with Radzi.
All right. In 3, 2, 1. Thanks for coming.
All right, thank you. Lastly, we'll have our presiding officer, Zhi Jun, who is also our newest president, to do the closing address. Over to you, Zhi Jun.
Thank you, Toastmaster, for evening, for your dedicated of hosting the 2 hours Toastmaster meeting. Hey everyone, I'm back again. Hope you all have find your legendary and legacy, your inspiration, and you work on your future. And don't forget for our upcoming meetings on next Monday. And next Monday is our senior member, Toastmaster Joshua, his webinar. So come and support him for our previous area champion. With that, may I get maybe Toastmaster Lin, how you feel like our meeting like? Perhaps you can share the opinions about how our meeting like.
Okay, it's very interesting, and the speeches are interesting. I really enjoy the speeches. And Yeah, I enjoyed the topics, table topic session too. It was fun. Although the topic was really, really special. Not something I expected when the team is legacy and legendary.
Okay, thanks for joining and thank you for your supporting and hope you enjoy our meeting.
Yes, very
Is
much.
there any guests want to share the feedback or airtime? Or any announcement want to make? I will close the floor at 3, 2, 1. Thank you for coming and good job everyone for making this meeting a success and good night. I should call this meeting adjourned. Bye bye.